Yo, my people, them CFC, Reece Blue, back with another video. And did you miss me, man? It's been a couple days, but guess what? International break is done. Premier League is back, and we got the big game this weekend. Tomorrow versus Liverpool at Anfield. Kickoff is at 4:30, but join my watch along from 3:45, and we can discuss the team news. You can get my reaction as the game goes on. Comment your score predictions down below. The winners will get a shout out in the review, man. And don't you just love it that the club football is back, man? And this is gonna be a very, very big game and a big test. This is our second biggest test this season, bar Manchester City. But this is Liverpool's first big test. Sure, they played Man United, but them man there are scrubs at 14th right now, so you can't really say that they're a big test. But we are fourth. Liverpool are first. There is 4 points separating us, and if we win, we go 1 point behind them. And we definitely need to, if we are trying to invoke our clause into getting to this top four, man. That's what we need to do. We need to get this W, but it's not going to be easy. Playing at Anfield. Last season we lost 4-1. It was not good. But we did have a lot of different things. We had Ben Chilwell playing. We had Badia's Shield playing. We had Thiago Silva playing. We had Disasi playing. Like, the backline that we have last season at Anfield is definitely going to be different to this season, and it will play into our hands. In my opinion, we are definitely not going to score 4 goals. As bad as our defense was or has been this season, it's not going to be that bad compared to last season, in my opinion. And it's going to be a big game because we have the best attack versus arguably the best defense. Liverpool have conceded 2 goals this Premier League season, while we have scored 16 Premier League goals. Attack versus defense. What's going to give? We're going to find out tomorrow. But the big test is in the midfield, where the ball will be won. Who's going to be in control? Alex McAllister or Moises Caicedo? As you can tell from the thumbnail, I think this is going to be very important. People could say Gravenberch, but if we're going to be honest, Alex McAllister is Liverpool's best midfielder. Moises Caicedo, he's Chelsea's best midfielder. These guys are going to be very, very important to see how the game goes, because both teams are going to be trying to have possession at different points. But who's going to be on the defensive? Who's going to be able to pass the ball? Who's going to be able to make the key passes? Because both of these guys can do all of those things. And this is the reason why these two were heavily coveted. Like Alex McAllister going to Liverpool, even Moises Caicedo nearly going to Liverpool last season. These two are talents, and that's why they both were signed from Brighton. So I'm just eager to see what's going to be happening in the midfield, because our midfield, depending on the midfield that we play, we could definitely outdo Liverpool. True say they got Gravenberch, they have the height and the physicality, something that we do not have in the midfield. We don't have that height. We don't have that physicality in the midfield. But what we do have is tenacity. Moises Caicedo can do all of that. Enzo Fernandez has the passing ability. And Romeo Lavia, he is just the intelligent one. He is the guy that can help the defense and also move into midfield with the carries. So for me, it's going to be very, very interesting. I don't know what lineup we're all going to play, but we have to just wait and see. And hey man, speaking of lineups and that, we have to get through some injuries / team news. So let's talk about what Maresca had to say, and this we had to say in terms of team news. Everyone is available apart from the suspended players. And the players that are suspended for this game, Wesley Fofana as well as Marc Cucurella. But every single other player is available. Do you know how long it's been since man's able to say that every single Chelsea player is available? And if guys aren't available, it's due to suspensions rather than injuries. It has been years since we've had this. Like, we finally have someone like Reece James back. And even though he might not play, I shouldn't say might not play, and even though he might not start, he will get some game time in my opinion, because Maresca did say in the press conference that Reece we're trying to build his load slowly, one game a week. The same thing they do with Romeo Lavia, the same thing they do with Wesley Fofana. This is the route we're trying to go because we're trying to keep our best players fit for as long as possible. Reece James, we all know his injury history. He has been missing for basically 2 years. But he's now had the surgery. He did have a previous layoff during the season because obviously the suspension, but then he picked up another injury. I really hope, cross my fingers, please Reece James just stay fit, because if he stays fit, no other right back can touch him. Not Trent, nope, no one. He is the best right back in the world. And people are going to be saying like, oh, you can't say that. Yes, I can, because I just did. Other right backs are relevant because Reece James hasn't been playing for the last 2 years. That is my opinion. And whether you can debate that, you can let me know your thoughts and opinions. But personally speaking, we've seen it. Defensively, attacking wise, no one can do what Reece James does on both fronts. And with the new system that we have, he could be inverting into defensive midfield, which will be wonders, which will help us wonderfully. If we are actually going to be honest, he is a player that won Championship Player of the Year at Wigan. And even though that was a couple of years ago, he still has the capabilities to be drifted into midfield and can help us, whether it's with Romeo Lavia to create that box midfield. Like, it's going to be so calm. And the only jarring thing about this is the fact that obviously guys like Cucurella are suspended, Wesley Fofana is suspended. That is kind of jarring, but we have a big enough squad to deal with it, and we should be able to. Anfield is not going to be an easy place to go to, and yeah, man, Liverpool are just on their job. Man, can't forget about what Liverpool have been doing there. This is a team that is first in the Premier League right now. They have literally won 4 out of their last 5 games. Like, they literally have only lost to Nottingham Forest, a team who we drew to, by the way. A team who we drew to at home. They lost to Nottingham Forest at home. That could play in our hands. Attacking wise, they will have the guys like Gakpo, Nunez, Salah, Jota, infamous, but they are still not doing what we have been doing, battering teams. They haven't. They are just much more organised, and they are just much more solid. This is a team that's been together for the last literally 3 or 4 years. We are a new team. We are a younger team, still trying to learn. And as long as we don't get battered, I will be happy with the way that we play. I will be happy with the result, because we have to bear in mind, we are not in a title race. That's one thing people have to remember. We are not in a title race. If we do win, people are going to be talking about, oh, could they be? I don't think so. I've said this before. I don't think we are going to be winning the Premier League. But if we do end up being first at the end of the year, I will be saying we are going to win the league, because just off of history, Chelsea in the Premier League have never ended the year top of the table and never gone on to win the Premier League. And we have the youngest squad, but I don't really care. That's just my thoughts and opinions if that happens. And games like tomorrow will be able to justify and give us reasoning to why it could. But that is a long way away. Even in this game, if we win, lose or draw, it's not going to define our season, because there are still going to be 30 more match weeks available to play. It's just going to be a good test to see where we are at this point. We played City. Everyone said that 2-0 flattered them. We had a very good game. But now we have our other test, Liverpool. And in this period where we played Liverpool, Newcastle, United, then Arsenal, this is a hefty period. And we're going to have to know whether our players are really up for the job to get in top 4. That's what we're going to have to find out. And that's what we are looking forward to. Even Enzo Maresca even says it. He's like, we are excited to play these kind of games. All the games we played until now, none have been easy. That's literally what he said during his press conference. And we are excited. We have been in the trenches for the last 2 years, and now we are on the up and up. Have a good performance. Please just do well at Anfield, because this is a team and this is a stadium where we don't often do well. The last time we won at Anfield was in 2021, and that was with Thomas Tuchel. So hopefully, Maresca, you can do the job and get us our first win there in our last 9 appearances at Anfield. So hopefully that is the case. And obviously that's just stuff that I had to say on Liverpool and just things that Maresca had to say during his press conference. I'm gonna state what Arne Slot had to say about Chelsea. He said that they got a lot of criticism in recent years, but if you look at where they are now, they are already a big threat for the top 3 and 4 positions. That's what he had to say about us, and big up for saying that, because we have been showing that we are at least the 4th or 5th best team this season. We could challenge for the top 3, but it depends on these kind of results in these kind of games. Anfield, Liverpool, Chelsea, big game. Who's going to get the 3 points? We will see. But on that note, let's go ahead and look at the head-to-head stuff. And this is the head-to-head stats, so look at this now. Liverpool have won 86 times in their history versus Chelsea, whereas we have won 65 times. The last 3 games, we lost 4-1 to Liverpool at home. We lost 4-1 to Liverpool at Anfield last season. We drew 0-0 the season before that, and we drew 1-1 in that same season. So yeah, man, it's not good, man. It's not good. That's the Premier League results, obviously, not including the Carabao Cups. But yeah, man, these are the Premier League results. As you can see, the form guide for both teams. Both teams are doing well. So for me, it's just going to be interesting to see how this game goes. And hopefully, a man like Reece James, whether he starts or not, come on, get an assist, get a goal, mark a return, so that we can just be like in more euphoria. Have that great feeling going in to, coming out of another match week in the Premier League. Because if we do win, that's 1 point behind Liverpool. And regardless of what happens with Arsenal and Manchester City, we will be on their coattails and have so much to talk about. Have so much happiness, because we have been having happiness recently. But we cannot let that end. And even if we lose, it's not going to be the end of the world, because it's Liverpool at Anfield. I just hope that the players go out there and leave everything on the pitch. And speaking of all the players leaving everything on the pitch, I'm now going to talk about my predicted XI for this game. And my predicted XI goes like this. Robert Sanchez in goal. Right back, I'm going to go with Malo Gusto. Centre backs, I'm going to go with Tosin Adarabioyo, as well as Levi Colwill. Left back, Renato Vega. In midfield, I want to go with Romeo Lavia and Moises Caicedo. Then on the left, going to go with Jadon Sancho. On the right, Noni Madueke, Cam, Cole Palmer, and striker, going to go with Nicholas Jackson. That is my predicted XI for this game. Sure, we could see Enzo start. Sure, we could see Nkunku start. We have to just wait and see, innit? But this is my predicted XI for this game. And on that note, my score prediction for this game, I'm going to go with I actually think it's going to be a 1-1 draw, in my opinion. I think it will be a 1-1 draw, but we shall wait and see. Attack versus defence, arguably the best attack versus the best defence so far in this Premier League season. What will give? Who will be the winners at Anfield, and who's going to be moving up the table? We shall wait and see on Super Sunday. But that is going to be it from me regarding this match preview. My people, them, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new Chelsea videos from me. And yeah, man, hope you will have a wonderful Saturday. I'll catch you tomorrow for the watch along as well as the match review. So on that note, I'm CFC Reece Blue, and I'm out. Peace. Come on, Chelsea. Come on, Chelsea.